It's such a pleasure and an honor to meet you and have a chat with you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course, everybody knows you from Little House on the Prairie, but you've done such great work and live theater as well between then and now.
Thank you. Yes, I've enjoyed working.
Allison Engram is one of my dear friends, and she was just here in Salt Lake City, and we had dinner together and spoke so high. She always speaks so highly of you.
But she's a very special woman, and I especially admire her for all the advocacy that she did over the years and the way that she took sexual education out into the hinterlands and the way she stood up for child actors. I mean, she really has led a remarkable life.
Yeah, she's highly up there with like Paul Patterson from the Donna Reed show, who went on a limb for child actors and everyone else. The on the outside, Little House on the Prairie looked like such a wonderful place, but it was a grueling time.
Oh, well, yeah, everybody worked really hard. I mean, that goes with the territory. Although these days, with having so many channels and these wonderful actors get to do 8 episodes, 10 episodes,
Yeah.
and then they're free to go and do a play. And oh gosh, we did 22 or 24. We worked like dogs, I'm telling you. I don't know. Why do we have that expression, work like dogs?
Yeah.
Maybe because they used to work, now they just are carried around and taken on walks.
Well, let's talk about Not to Forget. This is a beautiful film. It's just a lovely story.
Thank you. I think it's a good family film, and it's perfect to come out right in the holidays.
Yeah, and it talks very much about Alzheimer's and how it affects not just the person with it, but everybody else around it is a ripple effect.
Yes, indeed. There's so much for us to understand about dementia and how to help the families who have members with dementia. And I think this film contributes to that. And it's also a lot of fun, with a lot of hijinks because this young man and his friends are trying to scam grandma out of her money. And as grandma, I have mostly the kind of dementia where I'm not upset about it. And so it's a lighter character than you might expect.
Yeah, Melody must have been a delight for you to play.
I loved her. I absolutely loved her. And our director let me discover her with him. And we made a lot of changes as we went through the filming and rewrote and just pulled it out of our hair moment by moment. It was very rewarding.
And that must be another kind of joy for you as an actor to be able to, I'm not going to say ad lib, but to be able to play with the script and make it even more personal, more organic.
Yeah, well, Mike and I used to improvise and rewrite together, and I built up confidence that way. And then because I've been writing off and on all my life, I felt comfortable coming to the director with ideas for Miss Melody. And he was so open to it. So we had a creative time. And I have to say, I'm pretty excited because my book came out yesterday.
I was just going to mention that. Congratulations on that. That's almost like giving birth, I think, for
Oh
you.
my goodness, it is, only it takes longer.
Yeah. And you have to rewrite and edit. And if you forget a period in a book, they just throw it back at you. So
It's been such a long process.
and I'm getting a copy of that. I think it's available now, right this very second. So I have to.
Yes, we're so popular that we're having to reprint.
Well, that's great. That's great news. Your cast in Not to Forget. I mean, Cloris Leachman was a national treasure.
Absolutely. And I think this might have been the last thing she ever did.
Yeah. She passed away almost exactly a year ago in January.
I loved Cloris. We did a fundraiser together in Hollywood for the Equal Rights Amendment, and she was just a joy.
And Olympia Dukakis and Lou Gossett. I mean, what a great cast this is.
Yes, the script was able to attract so many Academy Award winning actors who came in and did 1 or 2 days in a small part, but gave so much depth to these supporting characters.
And as you say, I mean, this is just a beautiful family film. It's one of those movies that I think will make it into, family favorites that they'll watch every year.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
I think that's what people are looking for nowadays is
Yeah.
something they can all come back to and make it a tradition.
Yeah, we all need a tradition and ritual now to reassure us.
Well, are you going to go on tour with your book? Are you going to do a little barnstorming?
Well, so far my touring has been on Zooming.
Ah,
I'm going to be in my hometown of Ventura this coming Saturday for a special reading. And I'm going to be in Fort Worth in January. And I'm not sure what after that.
Karen, it is such a delight, and like I said, I'm such a huge fan. I'm almost verklempt in talking with you because
Oh, please.
again, I know your history a little bit too, and I love you on stage as well. You have done so many great things.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate your time and interest today.